Leave it is one of the most important skills your dog can have. So if we're walking down the street and there's antifreeze or broken glass or a dead animal, I want to be able to say leave it, and my dog trusts me that every time Mom says leave it, great things happen, so I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to leave that alone. There are just so many applications for it. Like if you're at a festival and there's chicken bones, or you accidentally drop a bottle of pills, you want to be able to say leave it so they don't eat those. So practice this. If you don't practice anything else, you're so tired, you don't have time for training, take 2 minutes and practice leave it. So this is how you're going to get a reliable leave it. I've worked with Pixie with sit quite a bit. So her default behavior is to sit or to lay down. She does really calm behaviors because every time she's doing those behaviors, I've been feeding her. So she just really likes to do those things. So what I want to do right now is kind of an adaptation of our loose leash walking where she offers the sits. I'm going to ask her to just, yes, good girl. And then when she SITs without me asking, yes, she gets a reward for that. And I'm using her kibble right now, but a point I would like to make, okay, is that when we actually do the leave it, yes, behavior, I'm going to use the kibble as the bait, and then I'm going to, yes, use a higher value reward as what I give her instead. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just asking her, I'm getting a default SIT, and yes ma'am. And then, okay, I do it about 4 or 5 times, yes ma'am. And now I'm going to toss the kibble that I've been using on the floor out of reach. Leave it. And because I was practicing the SIT, yes ma'am, good girl, she offered it to me. She left it alone and she sat, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. And when she did that, I gave her a piece of cheese. So now she's learning when Mom says leave it, whatever's on the ground, she's going to give me something better. So I'm going to do it. So now I can try it again. Leave it. And this time she didn't even go for it. And again, I'm going to wait for the SIT. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to mark it with yes. So I want to make sure she knows that's exactly what I wanted. What a good girl you are. And then you can try to walk around the spilled kibble, but be prepared to block it with your foot, because sometimes this exercise is really difficult for puppies and dogs too. So they start to move past it and it's just too much. They really want to get to it. So let's go. Leave it. Yes, perfect. This is her, I think, second session with this. So, and every dog's different. She's very dramatic with her leave it. So some dogs are more interested in just getting whatever. But because the kibble is pennies compared to the cheese. The cheese is like $20 bills. So she's going to definitely leave that alone. Leave the pennies alone for the 20. Okay, come with me. Oh, very nice. So she's avoiding it. She walks completely around it. Oh, yes, ma'am, good girl. And then what I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and drop her leash. If I were to spill a bottle of pills on the floor and I said leave it, I'm going to then pick it up. So I like to just nonchalantly go around and pick up each one that I dropped while she's not trying to go for it. So I can just praise her for it. Good girl. Thank you. Pixie, leave it. Yes, good girl. Very good girl. And I'm going to still give her the cheese because, again, leave it means I'm going to give her something better. And you can actually choose to give her what's on the floor if you wanted. Basically, leave it means I'm going to leave it alone. They may give it to me, they may not. But if we decide to give it to her, it's always with permission. So she's waiting for permission. I am never going to give my puppy the dead bird on the ground, so I just like to never give them the leave it item. Very good. Very nice. So practice this a lot. Start again indoors and move outdoors once they've mastered it in every room of your house. Try it with toys, with shoes. Food is really easy. It's really easy to learn with that. So practice, practice. Thank you.